All right, guys, let's talk badges. Badges are basically abilities similar to Madden. Madden's got a lot of OP badges. So college football has some badges that matter, some don't. It's really personal preference, but like I said, we're gonna do a deep dive in it real quick. I'm just gonna load up one of my dynasties I already have active. I'm just gonna do my own dynasty. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna do my personal online dynasty that I created. Well, I think we're in year like 2029 or something. Okay, yeah, 2029. I just lost. That's fine, cool. I'm not tripping. But let's get into that them badges. So let me check the rosters out real quick. My team's pretty OP. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so I'm gonna start off with what I use to recruit. I recruit scrambling quarterbacks most of the time, but it's not just for the speed. It's more for like the escapability option to throw on the run. Cause I'm not really a big person on scrambling with the quarterback. I do when I have to, but I'm not a huge scramble with the quarterback. As you can see, my quarterback PJ Cashman, straight monster. We're talking about 6 feet, which was a little taller, 221, 5-star elite development trait. That is what matters. Your development trait matters. You have a 3-star with elite development trait, and he's going to be a monster. So keep in mind, development trait is sort of a little random. Your gems, of course, are going to have your elite development traits. I think the other one might be good or something. I'm not sure, but it's impact. I think it's impact. Yeah, that's what matters. Just being quick here. Skill caps. This matters. Like I said, he's not gonna get any better at break sacks and agility and stuff like that, but he has room to get better in every other category. This is gonna help you actually get those attribute boost up, so you can actually obtain some of these badges that I'm talking about. Like I said, mental badges. I mean, a lot of them matter. Road Dog, that's a good one. I get deeper into Road Dog when I actually find a player on my roster with Road Dog. I think Headstrong or Head First. Not sure the actual wording on which one it is. That's the one that really matters. So that badge will help your quarterback do audibles when you're playing on the road. Because playing on the road is already hard enough as it is. So you need a quarterback with Headstrong or Head Fast, whichever one. I'll check and see later on which one it is, because that's going to allow your quarterback to make better audibles without you actually having to purchase that on your coaching tree. Save the points as much as you can for your coaching tree for other things. So definitely try to get those mental abilities. Like I said, it's not a given. You can't even earn them. So it's got to be, it's totally random. But if you get a player with them, try to invest in that player and develop that player. So here we go. All right, we have physical. Physical attributes, badges, whatever you want to call them. So we're going to start here because this is what really matters. So as you can see, I have Gold Magician. Okay. Gold Magician basically is going to increase your pocket movement. So your quarterback, the way he just moves around in the pocket, that's going to be increased a lot, and that can help you escape the pocket, get away from certain sacks. Like I said, step up in the pocket, maneuver around, step around. If you got a blitz coming from the left, it'll allow you to step up in the pocket, move to the right if you have to, in order for you to get those certain passes off. So, like I said, Magician's pretty decent. I mean, I would say it's more underrated badge. I would say a lot of people don't think about it like that, but it's a more underrated badge. I would say. Um, Mobile resistance. I don't have this badge because you can see my throw and the run is 82, and I need 84 to have bronze. But it's gonna improve your pressure resistance on the run. So basically, your throw on the run, of course, you have more pressure, so you're gonna throw bad passes on the run, of course. So this is gonna help you when you're being pressured as you roll out or scramble and try to throw accurate passes on the run. This badge right here is gonna help you. So if you're a guy that likes to scramble with your quarterback a lot, try to find quarterbacks that have high throw on the run so you can get this mobile resistance, and it's gonna help you a lot on the scrambling passes and throwing accurate passes on the run. Okay, Option King. To me, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really big on the option badges because, like I say, it boosts your accuracy to quick pitches, and the other one I think increases your accuracy on, I think they say hard or strong pitches or something like that. But like I said, if you run an option, of course you need to pitch the ball before they hit your quarterback. That's just common sense. If you can do that, none of that option king stuff matters. So to me, that's a wasted badge on scramblers. But hey, I didn't make the game, but that's how I feel. Extender. Extender is the most OP badge on any quarterback. Scramblers get it. I think improvisers also get this same badge as well. This is going to be the badges where if you're about to get sacked, these badges help you break those initial sack attempts. Because I can tell you right now, DJ Lagway, I think, has Platinum Extender. And when I say it's OP, he breaks sacks after sack after sack. I have played multiple dynasties with guys with DJ Lagway, and he is one of the hardest guys to sack. So I have Gold Extender. I wish I can get that Platinum Extender. Would I need break sack to increase by 2? Can I increase break sack on him? Uh, Actually, I have no clue. I don't think so, because it's not even showing up on any of these abilities. Oh, here it is. Yeah, break sacks capped out. So most of them get is Gold Extender on PJ Cashman. But cool. It still is very effective and it does work. I can't say that. Off platform, improve accuracy cross body or on back foot. I'm just being honest with you. You should not be throwing cross body and you should not be throwing passes off the back of your foot. Just being honest. So to me, this all platform badge, it doesn't do enough to warrant, hey, I want platinum off platform. No. Of course you want your quarterback to have higher throw power, but the all platform is just it's not a great badge. Like it's something that you're not gonna use as a scrambler. So honestly, the option king and the off platform, I hope in 26 they replace both of those badges with something that actually helps scrambling quarterbacks a little bit more. Because like I said, those to me are pretty obsolete, just being honest. Let me check out. I think I gotta go to somebody else's roster to check some more quarterbacks. I'm gonna check Malcolm because Malcolm usually has some decent quarterbacks. Okay, yeah, he's got exactly what I need. Okay, so we're gonna check out his improviser first. He has a 5-star improviser. He's a pretty solid quarterback, elite development trait, pretty solid. He's got a lot of great room to grow still, which is crazy. But okay, field general shows post snap blitzers, obsolete. Like you don't need. I'm saying this is a badge like mental badges that are stupid. Like doesn't matter. The natural weather impacts that doesn't matter either. If you're gonna play ball, you're gonna play ball. I haven't seen weather really affect players as much as you would think it does. So to me, those mental badges, I wish they can upgrade those to better things that actually help you in everyday game. So all right, so let me look at his improviser stuff. Mobile Deadeye, improved accuracy on the run. Like I said, that's similar to the scrambler. The scrambler just improves like the make sure you're not pressured on those throws. But this is going to improve. Okay, you're scrambling, you have better accuracy throwing on the run, which is great to have. Pull down, boost ball security standing in the pocket. I feel like it's pretty decent. Like I said, it's not a great badge, but it's decent because, like I said, quarterbacks do get sacked and they do tend to fumble from time to time. Because I think I just had that happen in the game I played that I lost. I actually sacked the opposing quarterback and received the ball, and that's how I was in good field position to score. But like I said, it's pretty decent. It's not great. There's that all platform again that I can't stand. I hate, so I'm not gonna go over that again. Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand is very, very underrated. I can say. And as you can see, you see his sleight of hand, his play action is at 89. So he actually technically does have enough to get the badge for sleight of hand. But the way this game works is I cannot personally upgrade a badge, which I hope they change that as well. Like Road to Glory, I can personally upgrade my badges. On here, it's all on the CPU. The CPU has the authority to say, okay, we're going to put that one skill point he has in there. We're going to put that skill point or however many skill points they are into his sleight of hand to upgrade his badge to bronze. I feel like it's pretty stupid because as a dynasty owner, I should have control on how I want my players to develop and what I want them to develop in. Everything shouldn't be random. I get understanding having okay certain skill caps, certain skill levels random, so everybody's just not increasing speed. I understand that, but if I have I should definitely have the ability to decide what badges I want to grow. That makes sense, because it's certain badges I'm gonna get to later on, and it's like they're impossible badges to obtain. They're really, really great badges, like A tier badges that you cannot get in a dynasty mode. And as you see here, he has Platinum Extender. It doesn't get any better than this. This right here is going to take you so far and save you so much from those certain sacks. Trust me. Extenders, like I said, scramblers and improvisers, you definitely want extenders. Definitely. It's going to save you a lot. All right, let me get into, like I said, I think he has his field general. Oh, this is a guy recruited, trying to recruit to get to him as well, but he beat me out on him. But he's not as great as we thought he was. But like I said, here we go. Back to the field general. Dang, he's got elite development trait, 5-star field general as well. So he has been doing some great recruiting, I can say. Great skill caps as well. Here we go. Road dog. Increase composure gains on the road. You want your quarterback to have composure because it's very it's a very underrated thing in the game that people don't put as much emphasis on. But your composure of your entire team, that stuff does matter. If you have a composed player, he's gonna break tackles better. He's gonna have better jukes, better catching, better route running, better zone, better man coverage, better awareness. Like he's gonna have all those things because he's more composed and he's in the game. He just feels like he's quote unquote the man on the field. That's what composure is. You want a composed player. So increase composure gains on the road, definitely. Then he's got protection from composure loss, which is great. He doesn't get rowdy, he doesn't get down on himself as much. It's a great badge. Like I said, them are badges that you need. Them are great mental badges. Here we go. We got sleight of hand to boost play action and trick plays. I don't think I went over that last time as much as I should have, but this is going to help you where just say certain formations have certain players responsible for certain run fits. So just say, okay, if a team opposing team is in cover four, the two safeties in the middle, they have the middle with the middle fourths or whatever, middle quarters. Those two guys feel run fits on run plays. So if you have a sleight of hand, when you run play action plays, it's gonna trick those players a little bit more, and they're gonna commit more to the run. That's gonna allow more big plays as your like post plays, your streak seams up the middle, because that safety is gonna inch up, if that makes sense. So in a cover two zone, your run fits are gonna be your corners. That's right there in them hard flats or cloud flat zones. Those guys are gonna be in run fits there. So these play actions then are in turn gonna fool the corners a little bit more and give you a little bit more space and maneuverability to throw those passes in them tight windows. So sleight of hand, great perk for a quarterback. Step up, I love step up so much. Step up to me is A tier, I would say A tier perk attribute badge. Step up and dot to me personally. I really wish other than field generals, other players can actually get these two because accuracy boost while climbing a clean pocket. Yes, you're supposed to play the game where you take your snap, drop back, go through your reads and progressions, if possible, step up in the pocket to make a better throw. That is normal football. It's real life football. So the ability to step up in the pocket and have higher accuracy, great. A tier to me. A tier. We're gonna do resistance. That's common sense. Resist pressure from the pocket. Cool. That's common sense because defenders do like pressure you. Dot. Increase accuracy in the pocket for open receivers. It is so many times where you will overthrow receivers in this game. I like the way it's realistic because every quarterback doesn't have great accuracy. Every quarterback is not gonna hit every throw. That's from little league to NFL. NFL. It's just not gonna happen. But with Dot, it's going. I think it's the same abilities in Madden as well too. I forgot what it's called, but I think it's something similar. But the ability to increase that accuracy while you're in the pocket, which encourages people to stay in the pocket more to pass the ball, A tier. Not even gonna lie, A tier. Pull down, which is the same thing as well that we already had, but cool. So the quarterbacks was a little more in depth because, like I said, it matters. They always touch the ball. So, like I said, make sure you just go through the badges and see what skill level you need to obtain those badges. All right, here we go. We're gonna go to running backs right now. I'm gonna go to John Winter, which is my elusive back. He doesn't have great badges, but he was a 3-star player, but he's a star development trait. So I redshirted him, of course, and he did develop into a pretty decent player, but he just didn't get the badges needed, if that makes sense. So I don't start him. I technically still like use him as a scat back, like a reserve secondary back. But let's go through some of this stuff. Abilities. Shifty, A tier. Just be honest, Shifty is A tier. It's gonna allow you to change directions on a dime. With that left stick, it's gonna allow you to juke and maneuver without actually using the juke button. It's gonna be sharper cuts. Shifty combined with stuff like takeoff, even sidestep and 360, they're great combinations of perks or attributes together. So, like I said, can't say elusive backs probably have the best combination of 5 perks over any other player. I would say probably in this game. But the only issue is some of these are unattainable. Just being honest with you. So, sidestep, you're not getting platinum sidestep in a dynasty. I have yet to see any player technically get platinum sidestep on their own, and that's the same as platinum 360. I have yet to see any player obtain platinum 360 on his own in a dynasty. I don't know why the game is built like that, but you just don't see it. Hate to say it. If you see somebody with it, I'm just being real, they probably cheated. It's hard enough to get gold in any of those, but platinum, just know the if it's a dynasty owner or commissioner, they probably cheated and got those badges because they're probably the hardest badges to obtain. So, sidestep, of course, improve juke moves. It's not as OP as Madden because Madden has jukebox, and jukebox is insane. Jukebox is probably A tier in Madden. Always has been, always will be. But sidestep here, maybe a B minus. Not as great. I don't use it as much. I'd rather have a shifty back and just maneuver my left stick than slow my runner down with the juke. Take off. I'm gonna save take off until we get to when I get to receivers and go through that. But take off A plus A plus. 360. 360 is great. Just being honest. You don't really see it as much in your bronze and silver tier, but when you get up to platinum 360, I think only one player has platinum. I think one player has platinum in the entire game, and it's Quinshon Judkins. Quinshon Judkins has an 89 speed, but Quinshon Judkins is in the category in the tier of Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl. When I say it is insane, when the game first came out, it's clips of him. You can Google them. You can go to YouTube and watch these clips. The most insane player on this entire game. They toned it down a little bit, a notch, but I can say his shifty combined with his platinum 360, insane. I think his gold shifty, but they go hand in hand in changing direction better. And he's gonna have insane spin moves. Like he can go from cross, like it's like cross field, like change the direction completely on one spin. Then you combine that with if you learn how to double spin one way then spin back. Oh, it's insane too. So, like I said, that is A plus tier. Recoup, improve fatigue recovery. Ain't gonna lie to you, just being honest with you, I don't know why, but every player on this game, if they have the ability to get like recoup, most likely they have it. It's a simple badge that everybody gets. Like I said, it's just fatigue. You just recover from fatigue. It's nothing serious, but it's pretty decent. Let me speed up a little bit. Let me go through this power back real quick. I got some great skill caps here, but cool. Head first, improve trucks, cool. Workhorse, workhorse. If you're in a league with wear and tear, workhorse is gonna be your best friend. I hate that it's only on power backs. Some backs that you start the game with might have it. I think Ollie Gordon might have it. He's not a power back, but like I said, workhorse protection for that wear and tear because wear and tear is gonna be the worst thing. I ain't gonna say it's the worst thing. It makes the game more realistic, but it's gonna come to a point where your lead back, he's gonna get beat up, beat up, beat up, beat up. So you have to sort of rotate your backs a little bit more to protect against that wear and tear. Sit the player out a couple plays, let him try to recover from it. But workhorse, oh, you can just keep feeding the guy. Downhill, which is break tackles at max speed, insane. If you can get a fast power back, I have seen a few. I was in one league, guy had Ole Miss. He had a power back. And I say his back developed so well, he had a power back with like 98, 99 speed. With these badges, with a running back that fast, his acceleration wasn't as strong. But with all these badges here, with that 99 speed as a power back, when I tell you it was OP, you can run halfback, stretch him to death over and over and over and over. Great set of badges too. The last one I'm gonna go through is receiving back. This is my boy Alex Trimble. This is actually the guy I started at running back. You see his stats aren't that great. He's really fast, but the rest of this stuff is gonna develop in the off season, which I'm not really too mad about currently right now, because he has a lot of room to grow in the rest of these attributes. So that's not bad. All right, here we go. Physical stuff, balance, protection from big hits. I don't even have that badge, but it's fine. Safety valve, improve overall catching. Yes, because I've had running backs where I throw them screen passes sometimes, and they'll drop the screen pass, or they'll tip it up into the air and I get picked off. Happened to me in the national championship last year. When I say I was mad, I was pretty mad. But safety valve is gonna help where that doesn't happen. Takeoff, of course, which was also an elusive back. We'll go through that later. Side kick, useless. Improve on cut blocks. I don't want my running back to block. I don't care nothing about that. That should be a badge that should be removed from receiving backs. I'm just not using that. Like, it's just not happening. I'm sorry. So that's a wasted badge on receiving backs. I'm not even gonna lie. We're not gonna go through fullbacks because a lot of stuff is self-explanatory. I'm gonna look at it real quick, but I'm not really gonna go in depth on it because my fullback's insane. But improved second level blocking, that is probably A tier because you want your fullback to get to that second level in block. So yeah, that's pretty good, I would say. Uh, I'm not really having my fullback block as much, but if you need an extra blocker, put your fullback in. If you got pocket shield to help you with blocking, cool. Screen enforcer. The problem with this is, it's not many plays where you run halfback screens and your fullbacks in the game at the same time. It might be a few, but it's not many for this badge to have that big of an impact. But if you do find a few with your fullback in as well, or you can put your fullback in at tight end, that might help you in certain packages with screen enforcer. So that actually might be a really good idea. I'm gonna try out. Sub your fullback in at tight end. Run the screens to his side. He's got screen enforcer. It's gonna improve screen blocking. Should help out a lot. So just something to think about in the future. All right, here we go. Receivers, the bread and butter. I think I only got deep threats, so yeah, I have to go to somebody else's page to see something else. Seth Carter. When I say monster, monster. He's a 5-star. I think he was like the number 2 player in his class or something like that, but he's a monster. He's capped out on pretty much everything now. He's a junior, so it makes sense, but I wish I could get shifty on him, but I can't. That's cool. But we already talked about how shifty works, but we're going to talk about takeoff. Platinum takeoff is probably the most OP perk or badge in the entire game because you're going to have a quicker release off the line when not pressed. So, usually when people face fast receivers, they want to back their DBs off to try to give them some cushion to try to protect away from deep passes. So, when they have takeoff, if you back your DBs up or you playing normal depth DBs and not pressing, they're going to blow past the DB. Like, it's going to be a straight blow by. Like, it's so simple, it's going to be a straight blow by. So, now you're like, okay, I can't press him because if I press him, now guess what? If you press your DB against a guy like this and he doesn't have a great press, which is like jammer or something like that, he get beats off the line, he's beat still, even without takeoffs even activating because the speed difference. So takeoff, A plus. I would say every time you recruit players, try to find players with takeoff. It can be platinum takeoff, gold takeoff, but if you have platinum takeoff, I mean, it can be bronze takeoff. It doesn't matter. Takeoff is takeoff. But if you have platinum takeoff, when I say just throw it up and let them go get it, throw it up, let them go get it. So in the early stages, I think Zachariah Branch has platinum takeoff. When I tell you, like, you can use Zachariah Branch and you can get 2,000 receiving yards easy on anybody in a season. It's so OP. Layout is pretty decent. I would say B because, like I said, it does happen. We have diving catches sometimes. Sometimes they shouldn't even dive to catch it, but they do. So that's pretty decent. Double dip. I'll be honest with you, double moves on this game are terrible. If you have routes with double moves, they just don't work. So next year they should, I hope they improve on that and make it really where it matters. But right now, double dip is terrible. Not even gonna lie. Wasted perk. I'm gonna go back to Oklahoma because I think he has some physical guys. Let me see. Oh, route runner. He has route runner. Cool. We go through route runner real quick. He's got a 5-star route runner too. This is not the route runner, is it? No, this is actually the physical guy. This is not even the route runner. I clicked too fast. So, physical guy, 50-50, improved jump ball ability. If you're a guy that just wants to just throw it up and have a Hail Mary jump ball, this is going to help you out a lot. Sure hands is A+, plus because it's going to improve standard catches. Because you don't want the thing you don't want with receivers, you don't want drop passes. So, physical guys are going to make sure they have sure hands. They're going to catch the ball. It's great. Balance is going to be protection from big hits, like because they're going across the middle. They're going to try to hit them as hard as they can to make them drop the ball. So this is going to be protection from those hits. Press Pro, ability to improve like and beat the press. Yes, you want Press Pro. You need Press Pro. So Press Pro is a great perk. It's gonna help that guy beat guys off the line when they press, because people gonna tend to press physical receivers because they think they're not as fast. But with Press Pro, it's gonna allow your receiver to actually beat the guy off the line more often, and he's pretty much gonna be open out the gate. Now I can go to, this is the route runner, Theo Scales. Okay, cutter, A plus. Improved cut moves. That's gonna be on your slants and stuff like that. Your digs, your ins, your outs, your zigs, post, everything. As soon as you make that cut, it's gonna make it where your guys will gain more separation against the DBs, especially in man coverage. But it's gonna help you out so much gaining separation, and receivers need separation to get open. So route runners are so underrated to me. It's crazy. You saw my roster. I have not a single route runner, but I do remember I won the Heisman one time with Squirrel White as a route runner, and he was always open. They have Press Pro as well. Come on now, people love to press a guy that they think is not fast. Press Pro is gonna beat him off the press, beat off the line. Sure hands. You want a guy that's gonna be sure hands, like a good slot receiver, like a Wes Welker type that's gonna catch everything. That's what your route runners are for. They're the type of guys that are gonna help move the chains all the time, catch those passes. You don't have to worry about them dropping a pass. Them deep threat guys, they're gonna drop some passes now. I can tell you that from first-hand experience. But the route runners, they're gonna have sure hands. The problem is this game doesn't allow as many fast route runners, which I mean, it makes sense in real life, but I mean, come on now. Can we get some fast route runners? I think this might be a fast one. I think this might be a fast route runner. Yeah, he's got a 98 speed route runner. Like, that's insane. He's maxed out already, but he's a 98 speed route runner. That is really insane. Great player, honestly. Just being real. Overall, great player. All right, let's go back to where we at. Back to Michigan. Back to Michigan. Back to Michigan. I'm not going over tight end because, like I said, tight end has some of the same attributes as physical and route runners. Because, like you said, you see mine. I got one with cutter right here. Sure hands 50-50. They're the same badges. So, all right, here we go. Let's get into offensive line because a lot of people don't talk O line enough. O line is major, and as you can see, a recurring theme from my O line. I don't like pass protectors. I'm just being honest. I'm a power guy, and I like agile guards. It can be power guards as well, but I love agile guards. I love power agile centers. Like I said, here's a pass protector on center right here. He doesn't start for me. He's a backup. Just be honest. This is the guy that starts, the power guy. Here we go. We got power agile here. This pass protector guy, I don't really like him, but hey, sometimes you're gonna be stuck with him, like I said, sometimes, but that's okay. You can adjust to it. So here we go. We're gonna start this power tackle. Here we go. Power tackle. Improve second level blocking. So this is basically a situation where if just say the tackle and the guard double team the end or something, depending on the type of play, or it's a screen play. When that tackle gets to the next level, when I tell you he's gonna lay a linebacker out, he is gonna lay a linebacker out. I'm talking about pancake after pancake after pancake. It's not even gonna be fair. Linebacker, safety, corner, it's pancake after pancake. It's similar to I would say the ability on man was called, I think, Vanguard. Vanguard, I used to put Vanguard on like fullbacks and stuff like that. I think it was tight ends as well. And when they got to the second level, it was just pancake after pancake. Great. I'm sorry, it's pretty great on linemen for sure. We got strong grip, boost lateral shed, prevention on runs. So it's just holding run blocks a little better. Doesn't let the defender shed as much. Option shields is self-explanatory. Option blocking, I don't think it's that deep. It's like a C to me. But hey, a lot of people run options. Maybe if you run a triple option, that might work for you. But I don't really see people running triple options as much. But like I said, that might help you out a lot. In inside shield, improve double teams on inside runs. So like I said, you run an inside zone or something. If you want to double, like, just say you want to double James Pierce off the edge because James Pierce is a monster for Tennessee. This right here, inside shed, is going to help you double him a lot better on those inside zone plays, and he shouldn't shed as much, but he's a great player. So, but maybe this will help you out a lot. Ground and pound, run blocks, win fatigue, defenders more, which is great because, like I said, you want to make the defensive line fatigue more because a fatigue defensive line is not a pass rushing defensive line. You will have all day in the pocket when they're fatigued. If a player isn't smart enough to sub them out and get fresh rushers in, you can have a field day. You can keep running the ball as much as you want to, and you have all day in the pocket to pass it. So, ground and pound is pretty solid. I'm gonna look at an agile tackle. I don't really have them as much. I usually move all my agile tackles to guard. And I'm gonna tell you why I move them to guard, but it's pretty much the same stuff I'm seeing. Second level, screening force, option shield. Outside shields improve double teams on outside runs, so it's the opposite of the other one, but hey. And quick drop is improved pass blocking movement. I mean, it's nothing too deep. Uh, let's go power guard first, and then find an agile guard. Because people don't realize guards are really like guards are what drive your running game. Your guards drive your running game. People say, "Oh, I need great tackles." Of course, you need a good tackle. Of course, see the edge. But your guards are the ones that are gonna help you on your inside runs. They're gonna help double team players, like double team strong D tackles or something like that. But they're also the guys that are gonna pull. So when I get to agile guy, you're gonna see why pulling really matters. Of course, you see the same badges here, so it's nothing to go over. Same as the left tackle. But okay, I'm gonna go to this one. This is agile guard. Agile guards to me are the most important factor to a run game. So you really need them with high agility. Agility is what matters. So this is what you do. You got to make a combination. You have your second level blocking, which of course you need second level. I'm just gonna skip screen and force the option shield. Those don't matter right now. If you have second level and you combine that with a great quick step, so I had on my Oregon Dynasty, I had two guards with platinum quick step, and I think they had maybe silver or gold second level. So what quick step is gonna do is it's gonna improve your movement as a pull blocker. So if I run a trap, a counter, a power, those type of plays with my guard is pulling, they're going to pull extremely fast, especially if you have platinum. And all you need is just high agility for platinum, which sometimes you can find linemen with high agility. You might find a pass protector with high agility, but you can change him in all season and he might convert to an agile guard. You're in the game, you're golden then. So if I have a platinum quick step and I run a power play, which I'll go over later on some playbooks, some plays I run in my playbook, the guard is going to pull extremely fast and get to that second level. Once he's to that second level, now second level kicks in where improved second level blocking, and now you get better pancakes. Pancakes equal long runs. You want as many pancakes as you can, because that's going to increase your 80-yard gains, your 40-yard gains, this and that. It's going to help you get to that second level. Now you can make a move, and now you're gone. So I'm telling you, second level quick step combination A plus tier, the number one thing you would look for in an offensive lineman is going to be second level and quick step as an agile guard. If you can't find anything else, try your best to find agile guards. What is this power center? I think all this stuff is the same. Like I said, the offensive line doesn't really change as much. Yeah, see, like all is the same. It doesn't change. Like I said, agile center is also the same as guard, so it doesn't change. I'm not even going over pass rushers. I don't even. I guess I look at one. I look at one. Do I have a tackle that's a pass rusher? Pass protector, I meant, correct. Now we got a guard. It's fine. They're all the same, so it doesn't matter. He might be a guy that gets cut. But like I said, there's another second level option shield, inside shield. Like it's just not great. Is this even a pass protector? No, it's the power guy. That's another thing that game got to fix. I clearly went down and clicked on this guy, but it gave me this guy or something like that. Or it gave me this one of the two guys or something. But hey, the game moves a little slower, so you got to slow down when you scrolling and clicking, because it just doesn't register as much. But cool. Pocket shield, improved pass blocking, common sense. PA shield improves play action blocking, common sense. Wear down basically fatigues the guy. It's the opposite of that run ground and pound. Just fatigues the defenders as much when you're pass blocking. I mean, it's common sense. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of pass blocking stuff. So if you pass the ball a lot, try to get you some pass protectors, because you're gonna need those pass protectors to fatigue the other line, the defensive line, while also keeping your quarterback straight on play actions and stuff like that. So like I said, they matter, but it's all about your play style. If you're a guy that doesn't pass as much, I mean, go get your power, go get you some power, or get you some agile. It just depends on your play style. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is where we get to bread and butter. D line. I think there's a transfer guy too. His stuff is like his caps are still low, but hey, cool, cool, cool. All right, quick jump. It's on speed rush defensive ends. Quick jump is a defensive perk, A tier. When I was talking about James Pierce earlier, James Pierce has platinum quick jump, and when the ball is snapped, he's jumping off the line like a loose cannon. He's getting that to that backfield. That matters. That is probably the best defensive line perk or pass rushing perk in the entire game. That matters. Pocket disruptor, boost against pass blocking on third and long. So it's third down. Guess what? He's gonna pass rush even better now because he's got pocket disruptor. Combine it with quick jump. Then you combine with takedown, which improves the sack attempt, so you'll be less likely to break tackles with extender. We was talking about earlier. That's gonna help with that. Duress is the same perk. It was a perk on Madden as well that was like Duress. I think it was called Under Pressure, maybe. I think it was Under Pressure. Same thing. It's gonna pressure affects the quarterback from a farther distance. So it's gonna like make the quarterback throw worse, like bad throws in the pocket technically. So like I said, that's pretty decent too. It's not bad. It's pretty decent. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. You see, I have a lot of speed rushers. Power rushers. It's easy to find power rushers, but I still haven't seen the trade off of why I would take a power rusher. They got duress. Guess what? The speed rushers have duress. They got takedown. The speed rushers have takedown. They got pocket disruptor. The speed rushers have pocket disruptor. What they have differently is grip breaker, which is boost to lateral sheds on runs. Okay, I can see how that works. I understand it. But would I take quick jump over this? 100%, 1000% every day. So I try not to recruit as many of these guys. Sometimes these are the best available guys, and they will still play some football. I'm not gonna lie, they play football, but like I said, it's just no benefit of me getting a power rusher over a speed rusher. Now let me tell you the problem is sometimes it's hard to find speed rushers with the acceleration to be able to obtain quick jump because you got to think it'd be at least 89 acceleration to obtain quick jump. So sometimes what I do is just a gym. Find you a linebacker that you can move to be a speed rushing defensive end that has the acceleration so he can have quick jump. That's how you solve that issue. Because quick jump is also one of the perks that's sort of hard to get. But play around with it. Find somebody with high excel and move them to be a speed rusher if possible to get your quick jump. So, like I say, D tackles once again, it's gonna be a lot of power rushing D tackles, but I still have not found the benefit yet. Like I said, I'm taking a run stopper over a power rusher any day. Because if I want to stop the run, I need a run stopping D tackle to stop the run. I'm not big on run stopping defensive ends yet. I'm trying it out. I'm gonna try a few, but I'm not really big on that because all my ends to pass rush. But I need this shedding on run. It's boost the lateral sheds on any run, improves shedding on inside runs and outside runs and options. I need I need block shedding for my run stopping D tackles. So run stopping D tackles are a must. But then you come back and you counter it with your speed rushing D tackles that you play as your sub D tackle packages on your nickels, your dimes, your quarters. That's when you come back with your speed rushing D tackles. This is not the speed rushing D tackle I was looking for. I'm looking for Larry Rich. Yes, Larry Rich is a speed rusher, I think. Okay, so look, speed rushers don't have the greatest. Like I said, they don't have the greatest badges. They're the same as like the other ones, but pocket disruptor is gonna help him rush the passer more. Cool. Improve on outside runs. Sometimes the D tackles might break through the line to stop a guy from running the outside zone play. That does help sometimes as well. Improve sack attempts. You need that. Duress, that's pretty decent too. So they don't have the greatest badges for defensive linemen. But guess what? I'm gonna scroll over and let you see. He has 97 finesse moves. You can win ball games with 97 finesse moves. Like, come on, he's gonna pass rush like a king. So yeah, combine speed rushing D tackles with run stopping D tackles, and you're gonna get a great combination. Power rushers is so many of them. I ain't gonna lie, they're good, but I just still haven't found the added benefit of why I should pick them. All right, we got pass rushing outside linebackers. Go through this pretty quick. I don't think it's nothing like just world shocking. House call, which they would drop less interceptions, of course. Knockout. Knockout was really big on Madden. It was to the point where everybody on the field had knockout. Everybody can't get knockout on college, but not when they do get knockout. Knockout does actually work a lot. There's even like coaching abilities that increase like knockout percentages as well, but knockout works a lot. Bouncer. If you're a guy that likes to user and like user press, find somebody with bouncer and you're in zone and user press them a little bit. It's gonna fatigue the receiver a little bit more. Hammer. It's gonna improve hit stick attempts so they're not really bouncing off those hit sticks. Wrap up is gonna improve your standard tackling. I love wrap up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I say I love wrap up, the guys actually do tackle a lot better with wrap up. So I think wrap up is on run stopping linebackers as well. I'm gonna have to see. Let's see here. Here we go. Let me check a run stopping linebacker out. Hammer, wrap up, blow up. Yes. Blow up. I'm not using that as much. Like I said, the rest of them are sort of the same as the defensive lineman, but wrap up is crucial. I'm not even gonna lie. Wrap up is probably one of the best abilities I would say for linebackers myself, other than aftershock. Aftershock is insane. So aftershock only comes on pretty much field generals and I think run support safeties. This is actually not even this is the pass coverage guy, isn't it? Nope. All right, cool. Aftershock. Big hits produce increased wear and tear. This is so crucial to the fact that you can take a running back out an entire game in the first drive if you get the right aftershock hits on him. If you got platinum aftershock and you come through the hole, meet that running back in the hole, lay a big hit, trust me. Because if you combine aftershock with hammer, which will increase your hit stick attempts, that is going to help you neutralize a great threat at running back. And now they got a sub in their other guy. Great combination. When I say on middle linebackers, great. I'm gonna start recruiting more field generals just for aftershock and hammer combinations. Then they still have wrap up. So I'm gonna start getting more field generals. At first, I was big on pass coverage linebackers, but I'm gonna be honest with you. The pass coverage linebackers, they don't tackle as much unless you have one with, like I said, wrap up. If you have one with like wrap up, like I got a guy right here with wrap up, it's pretty solid. Like, I can't lie, he's pretty solid. Because you have Robber, which is increased movement and zone coverage, which helps them roam around and cut through those passing lanes and try to get interceptions. Knockout, of course, we talked about it earlier. Uh, House call, we talked about it earlier as well. Bouncer, wrap up, like I said, those are pretty great traits. But I still like that field general with that aftershock. Aftershock is insane. But people don't realize that because they're like, oh, I just want pass coverage. I want my guys to be able to cover this and that. If you get this guy, you user this guy, you can cover yourself. So keep that in mind. If you have a decent speed field general, you can cover football yourself. So that's always a great option to do as well. Okay, power rush outside linebackers. These are the guys I was talking about. Sometimes the ability might translate to them being a speed rushing defensive end. Maybe sometimes, but it doesn't, because they can get quick jump as well. So just say if you don't have your defensive ends speed rush, well, the quick jump, you can play some of your outside linebackers that rush defensive end because they're going to have that quick jump ability. They're going to jump off that line a little faster. It's going to help you with those sack attempts. So it's okay to have, okay, just say if I have these two guys, he might start at linebacker for me in the game, but he might start at rush defensive end. So it's all about how you combine them. Like I said, it's great combinations of stuff like that, but you just got to search and see what works for you. DBs. Mine are insane because I know how to recruit. I know what to look for. But I'm not even get too much in depth. I'm just gonna first talk about the abilities. First, I'm gonna talk about a man-to-man corner because that's what I start trending to, playing man coverage a little bit more than zone. Because, like I said, blanket coverage is gonna improve your man coverage, so he's gonna lock on to the guy a little bit more. That's what you want. Jammer. That's gonna help you neutralize some of those takeoff guys, because now you can press coverage them, hopefully with a safety over the top, and they're gonna have better jamming. Improve how house call improve ints. Yes, you want that of course too. Ball hawk is probably one of the hardest badges to get on the defensive side because the awareness. For some reason, DBs don't have high awareness. It's sort of weird when you think about it, but if you look in every dynasty, it's hard to find high awareness DBs that you recruit. So that's something. Hopefully, I think they should change in the game as well, because ball hawk is pretty great. I know certain safeties have it when you start the game. I think Xavier Watts might have it. I think if I'm not mistaken, but he's gonna break on passes a lot better at a higher clip. So he's gonna get some of those picks that he does get in real life. Of course, knockout as well, which is great too. Cause like I said, look at my awareness. I'm gonna sort it by highest awareness. My team is great. I have great corners. My highest awareness on a corner is 78. Come on, that's not even good enough to get any ball hawk. So, let me look at slot corners. I don't really recruit them as much. So slot corners are pretty much corners that tackle better. So if you want to corner your nickel package that tackles better, we just have wrap up. Yeah. And if just say if you want to do a a nickel blitz, quick jump does help if you're in a nickel blitz. So stuff like that does help as well. But it's not really just all be all, but all in be all. So all right, let me see about zone corner. Zone corners get knockout, of course, cool. Layout was improved. Dive swat. I wanted to pick it off. I don't even want the swats. Just pick it off and dive. Ball hawk once again, which is pretty hard to get. So, but hey. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how I did get a guy with ball hawk, and you can be like, "Mar, what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is what I did to make sense." We're gonna say hybrid safeties. What are hybrid safeties, real quick? They're gonna be ones that can play the pass and the run. They're not great at either, but they're gonna be pretty decent. Like I said, once again, can't get ball hawk, but you can get hammer because you come up stop the run with hammer, and you can get wrap up. You want your safeties to be able to tackle. Every safety should be able to tackle. Just be honest. It's a zone safety I have. What can he do? He has great ratings. Well, he's not getting more quicker, but as far as his zone and his man coverage can increase a lot, run support too. So that's not bad. Pretty much same stuff. Zone stuff like robber and stuff like that. Increase movement in zone, but still can't get ball hawk. I can tell you that. He will never get ball hawk. I'm gonna tell you somebody that does have ball hawk right here. So this is Jamerson King, zone safety. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why he has ball hawk. Jameson King was an athlete I recruited, 4-star athlete. And let me tell you what's crazy. Jameson King started at quarterback for me and won me my national championship in this dynasty. So I looked at his awareness. I said, dang, quarterbacks have high awareness. So I said, okay, Jameson King, what can we do to make you play safety? Because I really want a safety with ball hawk. Like I said, a lot of his stuff is not great right here. This is not great man coverage, but it's a lot of room to grow. It's not great run support, not great zone coverage. So I mean that's understandable. So he has room to grow here. So 94 speed, pretty decent. Good excel, good agility, good stamina. So what we did was his awareness was so high, so when I changed him in off season, he auto got ball hawk. Platinum too at that. Platinum ball hawk, insane. With platinum layout, insane. Now, if I can get some house call on him from next year, I should be able to get Robber. Because I can see you see Robber is at 99. I should be able to get Robber as well. I don't know why they didn't give me the badge when I switched him, but I should be able to get knockout as well with him. Yeah, he should get knockout robber. He should have all my badges. Probably not all platinum, but he should have platinum robber. Of course, for sure. So, but he was a quarterback. He was an athlete. I played at quarterback, and what I decided to do was I moved him to safety one off season. I redshirted him, moved him to safety one off season, and he developed so fast because it's an elite development trait. So he went from like a 60 overall, some safety, 70 overall safety, it's like a 90 something. All because of he had an elite development trait. I redshirted him a season, and he went through that off-season training as a safety. That increased him a lot. So, if you can find somebody with good awareness, put him at safety if you can, and try to get that ball hawk. Because ball hawk is going to be great. Let me see, like, who has great awareness on this team besides him? A left tackle. Like, why does my left tackle have 98, but I can't get DBs with 98? But turn around, look, here's my other quarterback, PJ Cashman, with 94 awareness. If I move him to safety, guess what? He will have ball hawk. But he's the guy that took Jameson King's spot at quarterback. Here's my receiver. He's got high awareness. If I move him to secondary, he'll have ball hawk. So why is it that I can move other players to DB and get ball hawk, but none of my DBs can get ball hawk themselves? That's a problem that they need to fix in this game. So like I said, it's a lot with the badges. Like I said, stuff you got to play around with, stuff you got to just look at and just go through and stuff like that. Um, Find what fits for your play style. Like I said, it's list of stuff you can just look at and see. Okay, this does that. This does that. Okay, cool. I got a receiver right now that has, just say receiver has 97 acceleration, but he doesn't have takeoff. So what I do in off season is I would go to change positions and I would change him from a receiver to like a running back, quarterback, or whatever, and I would immediately switch him back to receiver. And guess what? He's gonna have the badge because he already met the qualifications for the badge. But it's a way where you can instantly make him have the badge without him have to spend points on the badge, and now he can spend his attribute points upgrading other stats as well. So off-season training, not off-season training, but player like position movement is so key because you can move players around to earn certain badges. Like I might have a running back that's a receiving back, so if I might move him to like receiver or something, but move him back to running back, he might change into elusive back. That happens like that, depending on their skill level. It'll generate what they feel like the player should be best, if that makes sense. So it'll just play with it and it'll change around and let you know, okay, this needs to be this, he needs to be this. But like I said, so with the acceleration as well, play around with guys that you can move around to defensive end with their high acceleration, and they're gonna get quick jump and they're gonna develop as a defensive end because training happens after position changes. Another rule of thumb: your transfers and your true freshmen do not go through all season training that year. So you can redshirt a guy or let him play whatever how you want to. The next season, the following season, he will go through training. And all right, just say for example, if you want, just say you want a linebacker to have better pass coverage skills. Take that linebacker, switch him to safety, corner, whatever. Let him go through off-season training as one of those, and then switch him back to his linebacker spot. He will keep the increased gains for his coverage skills from being a corner and being a linebacker, being a corner and being a safety, and now he'll translate that to being a linebacker. So he'll keep his still same linebacker stats, but he will grow as a corner. So it's like, just say, if I go outside right now, I'm a cornerback, but I go through training all season as a receiver. I'm going to develop my skills as a receiver more, but I still might play cornerback. So now my ball skills are better, but I might play cornerback in the regular season. So playing around with it does help. Like sometimes I found instances where, just say you have a quarterback that has like 88 speed or something, I might move him to running back or receiver. He has room to grow his speed. He'll grow his speed more there than that quarterback, if that makes sense. Because quarterback's gonna focus on his throwing as much, but I might move him to running back or receiver. It's gonna focus on his ability to run, so it's gonna increase his speed, most likely higher, and then move him back. So it's all about playing around on position changes and seeing what works for you and how you can maneuver around a little bit and stuff like that. So always research your players and figure stuff out before you do it. Just play around position changes. Just play around with position changes. It will help you out so much in the long run because you'll see, okay, I can grow this player to be this guy right here. And you'll be surprised. Play around with it because there's some players out there. I'm not going to give you all the sauce, but there's some players out there where you can move them to certain positions that you think they couldn't play at all, and they will develop in that position a lot faster than what you think. And they'll be pretty decent players in those positions as well. So I think that might be it for all the badges. I think I covered everything. I think so. I'm not sure, but like I said, it's a lot. You just got to go through it and just look at it in detail. And I'm pretty sure I can probably find like a chart or something that shows all the badges, and I'll probably post that in the comments as well. But like I said, if you got any questions, man, just DM me. Let me know about anything, any other videos you want to see about any college football from 25 to 26. Any information I have, I will definitely start sharing a lot more. So I know we're gonna do a little recruiting video soon, because like I said, I can recruit. I'm one of the greatest recruiters I do know. So I try to put y'all on game of how to recruit on 25, and hopefully I can see the changes of 26 and translate that and have videos on how to recruit at 26 as well. So all right, man.